You know, President Trump along the campaign trail, and even now, for a while as president, has said that NATO is obsolete. He's been basically shunning NATO as an unwanted child. So here's an interesting headline. They say, European Union considering its own nuclear weapons program over fears it cannot rely on Trump's America. So what we see happening here is it's going to be less inner workings of the countries, which is interesting and is debatable. Here's what Raw Story says. They say, as German Chancellor Angela Merkel floats the notion that Europe cannot rely on the United States in the capacity it has in the past, core U.S. allies are ramping up discussions of a European Union nuclear weapons program or Euro deterrent that would place France's weapons arsenal under a common European command. Though proponents are in the minority on the European continent, the idea is a sign of growing concern that the United States under President Donald Trump is not committed to the defense of Europe in the same way his predecessors were. German Council on Foreign Relations head Jana Puglirin said some senior European officials have, quote, triggered a public debate about this, taking place in newspapers and journals, radio interviews, and TV documentaries. That in itself is remarkable. I am indeed very astonished that we discussed this at all. So what you have here, they go on. Such a loss in trust may be on the horizon. Trump is just now returning from a trip to a NATO summit, which House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi said, quote, disrespected our closest allies. He also failed to voice support for NATO's Article 5, which is the principle of collective defense that guides the alliance. It commits member nations to protect fellow members and was invoked for the first time after 9/11 terror attacks against the United States. Quote, we Europeans must take our destiny into our own hands. Damn. Okay. So this could mean a lot of different things here. But it all depends. I'd have to see more of an analysis of this situation because, number one, I don't want them following Trump because Trump's an idiot. But what I'm also worried about is I don't want revamped further intervention into the Middle East because it's not working. So I think that even if they were to bunk up, it might end up being counterproductive in terms of, hey, you guys aren't following us, so now Europe is just gonna by itself go into other countries. So I mean, it's really debatable, but to say the least, it's interesting to see that these other countries are now pretty much laughing at us, to be completely honest. What's up, guys? It's Saul Hill here. You guys are watching The Progressive Voice. Make sure you guys click subscribe down below. We're fighting Donald Trump tooth and nail, and we need your help.